The Score is the place for local spring high school sports, and we've got some for you right now. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. SBS Carbon Copy in Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Maine Preventative Maintenance, your complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print on just about anything. Valley Beverage, delivering great beverages every day. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon and welcome to Mount Blue High School here in Farmington, where this afternoon on The Score we bring you live coverage of high school baseball as the Messalonskee Eagles are in town to take on the Mount Blue Cougars. I'm Mike Violet. He is A.J. Knight. We have the Mount Blue Cougars having played just 2 games so far this year, 1-1. Messalonskee's played 4. They are 2-2. One of those 4 we saw not long ago where it didn't go well. They got mercy ruled, one of course, 6 games that we've done this year that have ended with the result of a mercy rule, as a result of a mercy rule.
Yeah, Messalonskee, kind of tale of 2 halves, 4 games, but 2 halves, because they were really dominant in their opening 2 games. They beat Coney. Obviously, we talked a lot about that one, but they beat Coney 14-6. They beat Edward Little 13-3. Then the Skowhegan game we had, they lose 14-1, and then they lose 11-1 to Oxford Hills. And we knew that I think they were breaking in some new arms this season. The thing that surprises me, though, is to only score 2 combined runs in those last 2 games, especially considering how strong their top 4 in the order is.
Also, of course, you run into a pitcher in Noah McMahon for Skowhegan, who is as good as there is, and he was outstanding in that game that we had earlier this week. We will see Jamie Wheeler on the hill here today for Messalonskee, and it'll be Nolan Lesso on the hill today for the Mount Blue Cougars. Certainly, if he's not their best, he's one of them.
Yeah, one of only 2 returning varsity players. He's going to bat second in the lineup. He was highlighted in anything you read preview-wise for Mount Blue because he hit over 300 last year. Speaking of rebuilding a rotation, of course, Dipner and Walsh both leave for Mount Blue. In fact, they lose 8 players, and nice enough for the coach to point out that 5 of them are playing collegiate baseball, so it shows you the type of talent last year's team had and the type of talent they got to replace.
Exactly. So a young ball club, but a very talented ball club for sure, one that can put some really good people on the field. Got to get a little bit of experience, and for Messalonskee, I think it's a matter of them finding some consistency in their game so far. They haven't found that as of yet, but this is a team that is very highly regarded, and I think justifiably so. The roster is solid.
Yeah, and I think talking to coaches, preparing the lineups for today, and you're chit-chatting with Coach from Messalonskee, I think the pitching staff has talent. It's just experience, like you said. It's a little bit different in practice and all that, and then when you get in the games, actually delivering. And so I think it's just kind of rounding into shape. I'm not worried about the offense, obviously.
No.
We know what the bats are. It's just, I think, some seasoning for the arms.
Sometimes when we've done Mount Blue games, we've been downtown at Hippick Field, especially during the Legion season. Here, of course, today we are at the high school field. It's actually dried out quite well. The infield is in good shape. The dirt part of the infield, as you might be able to see from our shot, the grass is a little shaky so far. It hasn't grown in nice and green as of yet. But other than Messalonskee, this is probably as good an infield as we've seen.
Well, and then talking about, too, I think, was it 2 years ago, you and I were doing some Thomas games and talked about how UMF, University of Maine Farmington, I think basically had to forfeit home games that season for the baseball and softball season because the snow never left. So we'll take this.
Yeah, snow was not an issue here in Farmington or pretty much anywhere else in the state of Maine unless you're really up in the mountains. And although we are pretty close here, this is the gateway to the western Maine mountains. Still not a whole lot of snow here. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll run down the starting lineups and have the first pitch as Mount Blue takes on Messalonskee. It's high school baseball. It's next on The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, the
rookie is prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's on!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
Mike Violet and AJ Knights back here live at Mount Blue High School. Kaylin Lakey is on our camera here this afternoon. We thought we were rid of Kaylin after the winter sports season, but like a bad penny, she has reappeared yet again. Welcome back to the broadcast team, Kaylin. She has vowed to protect us because we are right in the line of fire on any shot hit down the first base line. She doesn't have a glove on, but assures us that the hands are still good and that she can make a play. So we're counting on that.
Yeah, Mike is very, very critical judging. He'll hand out E's left and right if need be.
All right, lineups today. First of all, for the Messalonskee Eagles of Eric Palin, they are 2-2. Garrett Card leads off. He is the designated hitter today. He's hitting for the right fielder, Donovan Herman. Batting second, center fielder Cash Bezier. Hitting third at shortstop, Ty Bernier. Batting cleanup, the second baseman, Denny Martin. Hitting fifth, the catcher, Michael Acorn. Batting sixth in left field is Parker Reynolds. Hitting seventh at third base, Jordan Lewis. Batting eighth at first base, Ethan Mayo. And hitting ninth and pitching today for Messalonskee is Jamie Wheeler. So again, it's Card, the DH for Herman in right field, Bezier and Bernier. The middle part of the order, 4, 5, and 6, Martin, Acorn, and Reynolds. Lower third, Lewis, Mayo, and Wheeler. Today's game, as always, brought to you in part by our good friends at Central Maine Community College in Auburn, with over 40 academic degrees and certificates to choose from. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Sunsplash day for sure. I don't think we're going to get any rain today.
Please.
We've got some wind. It's a little coolish, but all in all, I don't think we have the threat of a tornado like we had apparently the other day in Fairfield. It seemed like we were going to have one, but we should stay dry here today, albeit a little bit windy, but pretty good baseball conditions for late April in Farmington. We'll take them.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because wind we have not been able to get away from. This, though, better than Erskine. To sit in the sun in the wind than sit in the shade in the wind.
Yes, tomorrow morning we'll be sitting in the sun in Erskine again, at Erskine Academy again in South China. We've got girls lacrosse tomorrow morning. MCI Nokomis, their combo team, taking on Erskine Academy. It's a 10 a.m. start tomorrow here on The Score from Erskine Academy in South China.
Yeah, so if you're like, 10 a.m. and driving to China, just go to YouTube. Central Maine Sports will be there, so you can just watch from the comfort of your own home with some bacon and eggs, I'm assuming.
Sure, that would be certainly the way I would watch us if I were at home watching us on Saturday morning. A late start here as Mount Blue and Messalonskee still meeting.
Do we have umps?
We do.
Okay, just making sure, because there's always the late start. I always got to double check to see if the umps may be running behind.
They've been here for a good 15 or 20 minutes.
Double checking.
It's not that. Of course, Rob Dipner, the head coach of the Mount Blue Cougars, and Eric Palin, the head coach of the Messalonskee Eagles, and the Cougars take the field. And defensively, they will go this way, left to right. In the outfield, Trent Bowden is in left, Dane Cousineau in center. Gary Harkins is in right field, third to first on the infield. Thomas Cormier at third, Ollie Cormier at short. Gabe DeCarolis at second. Warren Allen is at first in the battery. Nolan Lesso on the mound, throwing to Ben Wrigley behind the plate.
That's a great baseball name.
Which one?
Ben Wrigley.
Ben Wrigley?
It's a great baseball name.
Whose father, Jeff, is a good friend of mine. He is one, Ben, of many Wrigleys who has either played for Mount Blue or is going to play for Mount Blue. There are 5 Wrigley boys in all. 2 of them have already played.
I mean, geez, that's half a batting order right there.
Yep. Ike was here last year.
Oh, that's right. Yes, okay.
He's at UMF.
I remember that name, yeah.
And now Benny is here catching. And catching Nolan, don't call me Lesso.
Made sure to double check this time, because his mom is a regular commenter of that.
Mrs. Lesso, I was all over this beginning early this morning.
I can double check.
Sending out the pronunciation guide to you, sending it out to Jeff Wrigley, and also sending it out to Rob Dipner just to double check that it's Lesso, not Liso, just like it's Kalen Lakey, not Kalen Lackey. Right, Kalen Lakey? Okay.
We doubled up on purpose just to keep that reminder fresh for you.
So the wind, as it is now, is blowing in toward us, so say from left center field here to the first base side. So anything hit to the outfield is going to be knocked down.
Man, this is a big outfield, too.
Now, to that end, even if the wind were blowing out, you would not be hitting the ball out of this place.
Yeah, it's a big
because
outfield.
It's 900 feet to the fences.
They could legitimately play soccer in the outfield during a baseball game.
So you're not going to hit it out of here, and we are set to go. The ball down to second base, and Garrett Card in the batter's box, and we are ready to play baseball. Today here in Farmington, the 1-1 Cougars and the 2-2 Messalonskee Eagles. Garrett Card, right-handed batter. The designated hitter today against Nolan Lesso. Lesso, tall, rangy right-hander, excellent athlete. Here's the wind, and his first pitch of the ball game is in there for a strike. Card hitting for the right fielder, Donovan Herman. It is Card, Bezier, and Bernier to start it off here in the first for Messo. The 0-1 from Lesso. Swing and a foul, and it's 0-2 on Garrett Card. Card started out like a house of fire. I believe he was 6 for his first 8 and had an on-base percentage of about 800 after a couple of games.
Ran into Noah McMahon.
Yep, that'll put you in a slump. The 0-2 strike 3 called, 3 pitches, and Nolan Lesso paints and gets a called third strike. 3 pitches, 1 out, and here is Cash Bezier. Cash, right-handed batting center fielder. Slightly open stance for Bezier. Lesso rocks, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, first one with a wrinkle on it so far. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's what, again, good pitching generally beats good hitting, but that's what surprised me about scoring 2 combined runs over Messo's last 2 games with how good that top of the order is.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. We do have a working scoreboard. Of course, it's out of sight down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Nobody on. The deal from Lesso. Foul back. Good rip there by Cash. 1-2 with Ty Bernier on deck.
Lesso, again, just one of 2 returning varsity players, and obviously leaned on a lot, playing the infield when he's not pitching. This is his 2nd time on the mound already this season in Game 3. And I think he pitched it in relief in Game 2.
Lesso's 1-2. Just a shade low. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cash Bezier. Lesso is a junior. 2-2.
Also coming off a pretty good basketball
yes,
season,
sir.
too.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, got him. Got him looking. 2 up, 2 gone. 2 called third strikes. And here is Ty Bernier. Bernier left-handed batting shortstop.
A lefty shortstop.
On your toes, Kalen. Lesso ready. First pitch to Bernier. Ground ball right to the first baseman. Right there is Allen, tags the bag. And the epitome of a rockin' chair first inning for Nolan Lesso. 2 called third strikes and a ground ball to first base. Nothing across for Messalonskee. We go to the bottom of the first. The score is Messalonskee nothing. And Mount Blue coming up. This is high school baseball on The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Starting lineup today for Rob Dipner's Mount Blue Cougars. Gabe DeCarolis leads off. He'll play second base. Batting second, pitching Nolan Lesso. Hitting third, the third baseman is Thomas Cormier. Batting cleanup, the DH Jax Viano. He is hitting for Gary Harkins, the right fielder. Batting fifth and playing at shortstop today, Ollie Cormier. Hitting sixth, the center fielder, Dane Cousineau. Hitting seventh at first base, Warren Allen. Batting eighth and catching, Ben Wrigley. Hitting ninth and playing in left field is Trent Bowden. So it's DeCarolis, Lesso, and Cormier. Viano for Harkins in right field as the DH. Cormier, Cousineau, then Allen, Wrigley, and Bowden ready to go here against Jamie Wheeler. Tall right-hander.
Coach said he has aced up and said you could tell early if he's got that strike zone locked in or not.
Goes from the stretch. First pitch of the game. Fastball, and it was fast. It's high, ball one.
Tell you what, this year, Messo, they grow them pitchers tall, don't they?
1 ball, no strikes after Jacob Love last year. Fastball is upstairs, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes here. DeCarolis leading off in the bottom of the first. Fastball is high. So first 3 out of the gate for Wheeler up. Going to find his release point. 3 balls, no strikes. I suspect DeCarolis will be taking. Right in there for a strike, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we did see Wheeler in relief in that Skowhegan game, and he struggled to find the strike zone there.
You're right, we did. Fastball, strike 2. So from 3-0 to 3-2 on DeCarolis. On deck is Lesso. See if Wheeler can put him away. The full count pitch. Got him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 up, 1 gone. And DeCarolis fans, and certainly Wheeler looks a heck of a lot better today than he did the other day when we saw him.
Yeah, he really struggled in that. The game was, I think, comfortably in hand for Skowhegan at that point, but just coming in to get some relief work and couldn't find the strike zone.
1 out for Lesso, right-handed batter. Strike at the knees on Lesso. 0-1 on deck is Thomas Cormier, the third baseman.
We are due for a pitching duel, for what it's worth.
Are we ever? That's an understatement. The 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've had nothing resembling a pitching duel
That's
yet.
6 softball, baseball games, every one of them called early.
1-1. Hit well to center field. Center fielder Bezier in, and he doesn't get it. Misplayed it off the bat. That is going to be a base hit. But Bezier took a step back and then tried to come in and run it down and could not. So that is a base hit for Lesso, as Bezier could not make the play. He is on with 1 out. Here's Cormier.
Kind of felt like it just kept tracking, right? Because he kind of was like ready to stop and then sort of just kept tiptoeing along.
Cormier, the third baseman, takes a ball. So our first base runner of the game, Thomas Cormier, gets one into right.
Lesso.
Lesso. And so it's 1-0. Throw to first, runner back to the bag in time. So Lesso on at first.
Still early, Mike, so Wheeler wanting to make sure you get that lecture in early for the rest of the teams going forward about throwing to first.
High strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't have any problem with it in a scoreless game in the first inning.
Okay, just making sure. See, well, he's testing you. He's trying to find out where you can and where you can't.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good lead there for Lesso. Extends it a little more. You get a good view of it. Secondary lead popped up over us. Foul and out of play. 1-2 on Cormier. That might have made the softball field, or close to it.
Just shy. Yeah, this is one of those, the home plate for this one is deep left field for the softball field.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Lesso at first, and a step off here by Wheeler. And looks him back. Mayo playing first base today. Martin playing second. Runner goes. Pitch is high. The throw is not in time. Easy steal by Lesso. Not even close. The pitch a ball, so it's 2-2, and Lesso now at second.
That was a good jump by Lesso.
So runner in scoring position. Wheeler with a 2-2 count. Pitch to Cormier. Hit high to center field. Ranging over is the right fielder now as the wind blows it to right, and Donovan Herman makes the play. 2 outs. That ball started toward right center and then got blown to right. So 2 outs as Cormier flies to right. And here is Vieno, the DH. Left-handed batter hitting for Harkins, the right fielder. Closed stance. Runner at second. 2 outs. Mount Blue with a threat. Wheeler deals. Strike. 0-1. Lesso runs at second. Pretty good lead there. And he's going. The pitch is a ball. The throw to third, not close.
He basically walked into that run.
Well, his secondary lead turned into him taking off.
Yeah.
Pitch was a ball, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner at third. So some heat now on Acorn behind the plate. That's a strike. 1-2. So Wheeler gave up the bloop single to Lesso. He stole second. He stole third. Now a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle to shortstop. Fielded there. The throw to first is in time. And after allowing a runner to get to third base, a ground ball to shortstop and an easy play for Ty Bernier. And that is the end of that. So for Mount Blue in the bottom of the first inning, no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, couple of stolen bases, 1 left on. We have finished 1 here on the hill in Farmington. The score is Mount Blue 0, Messalonskee 0. It's high school baseball on The Score.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Alrighty, 1 done here in Farmington. No score. Mount Blue Messalonskee in high school baseball. We go to the second, 4, 5, and 6 for the Messalonskee Eagles. Denny Martin, Michael Acorn, and Parker Reynolds against Nolan Lesso, who got the side in order to strikeouts and a ground ball to first. Both of those strikeouts looking.
How many pitches was it again?
9.
It's good for the old pitch kid.
Thrifty. First inning for Nolan Lesso. Here's Martin, left-handed batting, second baseman with power. Although everybody's power mitigated today.
Yeah.
Here it is. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 on Denny.
Kind of like playing at Messalonskee, depending on how they arrange those outfield fences, in all honesty.
Yeah, they're basically snow fences.
Yeah. I mean, we've been there before without them up.
The 0-1 is a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. It is not a snow fence here, but it's so darn far away you can hardly see it. 1 ball, 1 strike on Denny Martin. Lesso deals. Fastball is up. 2-1. That wind blowing right in our faces across the infield from third to first.
Man, I think if you've seen that a couple times, and some of those fly balls to center have really got pushed to right.
The 2-1. Curve in the dirt, skips all the way to the backstop, 3-1. So the first time that Lesso has been behind in a count today. After a 9-pitch first inning. 3-1. Lesso, the junior righty, deals. That is wide, ball 4. First base runner for Messalonskee in the ball game. As Martin draws a leadoff walk, here's Michael Acorn. Acorn, the catcher. Right-handed batter. Martin held on at first by Warren Allen. Lesso from the set for the first time. Little slide step there. Good stop by Wrigley. 1 ball, no strikes. Don't think you really need worry about Martin at first.
I'm gonna second that notion.
1 ball, no strikes on Acorn. The pitch in for a strike about belt high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good to see Martin playing, because the last we saw him at hockey seemed like he suffered some kind of injury or bump on that playoff game.
That is fouled back, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, he missed quite a lot of the hockey season because of that staph infection that he had in his arm. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Michael Acorn. I've lost my wind deflector, but I don't think it would make any difference even if I hadn't.
Yeah, I don't think today.
1-2. Here it is. Ground ball, that's foul, right in front of the Messalonskee dugout. Count stays at 1-2. Parker Reynolds on deck.
Little nubber.
1-2. Full-blown sunshine here in Farmington.
There's almost very little cloud cover, period.
1-2. The set by Lesso. Martin leads at first. Breaking ball check, swing, he held back. It's in the dirt. 2-2 on Acorn. So Lesso, after a very easy first inning, a challenge here so far. A leadoff walk and a 2-2 count now on Acorn. He's already thrown nearly as many pitches this inning as last. Slide step, that's high, and that makes a big difference in his delivery.
Just not nearly as sharp. I think against Martin, right, a little bit of respect to the bat you're facing, and then getting someone on kind of seems to have him a little off.
Full count now. Martin leads at first. He goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3, throw to second, and it's a strike him out, throw him out. Martin is gone. That goes 2-4. 2 outs, just like that. Good throw by Ben Wrigley.
Yeah, that one.
If you're going to send Martin, you'd better make contact.
Yeah.
So 2 outs now. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds hits one well to left center field. Cousineau on his horse. Oh, he made the catch! Dane Cousineau flat out sprinting to his right toward left center field, ran it down. It looked like a surefire extra base hit. Instead, it's a long, loud out. Put a star beside that one. And for Messalonskee in the second inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Mount Blue nothing and Messalonskee nothing. It's high school baseball on the score.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
All righty, we move along to the bottom of the second inning here in Farmington. No score. It'll be Ollie Cormier, Dane Cousineau, who just made that marvelous catch, and Warren Allen. 5, 6, and 7 here against the right-hander Jamie Wheeler. Warren in the first inning, a strikeout, gave up a base hit. A couple of stolen bases by Lesso, runner all the way to third, but got a ground ball to end it. So here is Cormier, the shortstop. Right-handed hitter. Ready to go here against Wheeler. The deal. Fastball is low. 1 ball, no strikes on Ollie Cormier.
How about the way that top half turned around? Get the leadoff walk. Felt like
low.
Felt like Lesso was struggling a little bit against Acorn. Then you get to strike him out, throw him out, and then, of course, the great play in center field, and it just feels like Lesso had nothing going.
Pin in a balloon. The 2-0. Strike called at the knees. 2-1 on Cormier. Cousineau on deck, basking in the glory of that catch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wheeler deals. Swing and a miss. He was going for the downs there. 2-2. He wanted that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch by Wheeler. High. 3-2. Little crouch there by Cormier. 3-2. The payoff pitch from Wheeler. Low ball 4, he lost him. So Cormier is on, leadoff man is on for Mount Blue, and here is Mr. Dane Cousineau, the author of that marvelous catch. Cousineau, the center fielder, right-handed batter. Cormier can run at first. Whoa, and he had him leaning the wrong way, and a quick throw over by Wheeler, and hustling back to the bag, Cormier. He was just about to extend the lead, and the throw came over. Now time is called. Michael Acorn's going to the hill. No score here in the second.
They're pretty good pitching to start, and obviously on top of the second, Mount Blue with some really good defense.
That certainly is going on the highlight reel as one of the plays of the year. So still no count yet on Cousineau. Shows bunt. Now stepping off is Wheeler. And Cousineau, I mean, we're talking about showing bunt. He is squared. He is around. That's how you bunt. So is Mount Blue going to play little baseball? Cousineau takes a ball.
Yeah, no stabbing at that one. He is lined up and waiting for it.
I mean, he's not trying to fool him at all. He is standing up there as if to bunt. Cormier at first. He steps off and looks the runner back. Well, both coaches must feel like this is that kind of game. Fastball is up. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Dane Cousineau, runner at first. And Cormier can run. And a step off, and they look him back.
It's worth noting that
bunts that and bunts it foul, 2-1.
Lesso did steal 2 bases in the bottom of the first. Got a basically walking run into the stealing third.
So Cousineau a 2-1 count. He's done nothing but show bunt. And Wheeler's done nothing but bluff that runner back. Now a quick pitch, and he offers at it and misses 2-2. That high fastball, you can't bunt that. Probably going to pop it up if you do make contact. The 2-2. The pitch. He does get the bunt down. Tough play. Lewis fires. They get him. Excellent bunt. And an excellent play by Lewis to come in and make a strong throw to the first baseman. Check that. The second baseman, Denny Martin, covering. So that'll go 5-4 on the sack bunt.
Also, a little heads-up break there from Bernier. Bernier did not run to cover third right away. Did finally. Otherwise, Cormier is going to end up at third base.
So Cormier is at second on the sack bunt. Here is Warren Allen, takes ball one. Allen, the first baseman, batting here with a runner on second and one out. Wheeler deals. Fastball up and in, 2-0. On deck, Ben Wrigley. 2 balls, no strikes. No score here in the second, a mild threat for Mount Blue. Here it is. Fastball, high strike. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Cormier at second. Bird dogged over there by Martin. Way upstairs, and it's 3-1.
Wheeler gave up the hit in the first, but both pitchers kind of cruised through the first inning. You see a little bit of struggles here from both in inning number 2.
Allen with a 3-1 count. Runner at second, 1 out. Wheeler pitches. Fastball for a strike, and the string is out now, 3-2 on Warren Allen. Jamie Wheeler back on top. The sign from Acorn. The set. And he bluffs him back. Nobody covering, so it's not like he's going to throw it.
Mount Blue dugout sure letting him hear it.
The set by Wheeler. The 3-2. Fastball got him. He chopped at it and missed it. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Jamie Wheeler. 2 outs, and here's Ben Wrigley, left-handed batting catcher. Runner in scoring position, still at second. That is Cormier. Pitch to Wrigley is a ball. Ben is a sophomore. 1 ball, no strikes. Wheeler sets. The pitch. That's a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wrigley. If he can reach, Bowden would be next. Ben Wrigley, the number 8 man in the lineup. The set. The pitch. Swings and chops it to third. Lewis, and is that a fair ball? It is. They hold the runner at third. It just got between Lewis and the bag. Talk about slicing one down the line. Well placed by Ben Wrigley, but the left fielder coming in, Reynolds, to make a play on it to hold Cormier at third. So it's a single for Wrigley. First and third, still 2 outs, and here's Trent Bowden, the number 9 hitter in the Mount Blue order.
He smoked that one. I'm surprised. I think Cormier got a late jump on it. Otherwise, felt like he could have scored easily.
Well, 2 outs. You should be running on anything.
That's what I'm thinking. That one got out of the infield.
Bowden, small right-handed batter. He's the left fielder, takes ball 1. Not much of a strike zone there on him. 1 ball, no strikes. So Ben Wrigley at first on the single. Over at third is Cormier, who walked, was sacrificed to second, advanced to third. On the base hit, throw to first, runner back.
It's a good throw. If the glove was back a little bit further, I think he had a legit shot, but I think Wheeler's doing a nice job timing those up.
He's made a good move over there.
Yeah. He's come close twice now.
1 ball, no strikes on Bowden. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike at the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the Mount Blue left fielder, Trent Bowden. First and third, 2 outs. Wheeler. The 1-1. Low. 2-1. It's the second consecutive inning that Mount Blue has had a runner advance to third.
Yep.
Lesso singled, stole second, stole third, died there. Now Cormier is there, and a quick throw to first, and Wrigley a little surprised. That was a little closer than I think he thought it would be, and he gets back to the bag. A quick snap over there by Wheeler. He's got an excellent move.
He's come close. That's 3 straight. He's gotten close.
Wheeler pitches. Swing and a miss. He blew that one right by him. High cheese. 2-2. And, of course, in Major League Baseball, you're only allowed to throw over twice. If you don't get him on the third attempt, he gets second base. Ridiculous.
I agree.
The 2-2. Wrigley goes. The pitch is high. Defensive indifference as Wrigley gets second. So, the string out now 3-2 on Trent Bowden. Base hit will probably score 2. Here's the pitch. Fastball popped up. Second baseman Martin comes over toward the line, and he missed it. He missed it. And that is a fair ball. And the wind did not play into that. The wind had pretty much died down. That's an error by the second baseman, allowing 2 runs come in to score. You're not going to see an easier play to be made than that one not made by Denny Martin, and it's 2-0 Mount Blue. No RBIs for Bowden. He is on E4.
And he commanded that one early, called everybody off, and just misgloved it, basically.
Right over toward the line. Another foot, it would have been foul. That one's fouled back by Gabe DeCarolis. He struck out swinging his first time. So, the error allows 2 to score. Wheeler ought to be in the dugout. 1 strike on DeCarolis. Bowden, left back.
Worth noting in the win that Mount Blue had, not that necessarily they do anything to influence errors.
That's a ball.
But I think Brunswick, I believe, 8 errors in that game on Brunswick.
1-1. Sometimes there are days like that in Maine high school baseball, especially early on in April. 1 ball, 1 strike on DeCarolis. Wheeler. Runner goes, pitches low. The throw to second is not in time. A steal up second base as the ball creeps toward the outfield. No further advance, and Bowden steals second. Count 2-1. So another runner in scoring position. Mount Blue has certainly put some pressure on with their base running. There's another looper towards second. Martin is over, and he makes that one. And that is it. Another dangerous play. That was in fair ground, so a pop out to second base, but it was the previous pop up that hurt the most. 2 unearned runs in the inning for the Mount Blue Cougars. They get those 2 runs with the benefit of just 1 base hit, 1 huge error, and 1 left on. We have finished 2 on top of the hill in Farmington. The score, Mount Blue 2 and Messalonskee nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
The
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Right-hander Nolan Lesso pitching with the lead for the first time in this ball game as his mates got him 2 unearned runs in the bottom of the second. So Lesso ready to go here in the third. And thanks to a caught stealing, he has only faced 6 batters through 2. He has fanned 3, had a 9-pitch first inning, and of course helped out by an incredible catch in center field by Dane Cousineau to end last inning. Here's Jordan Lewis, the third baseman, leading off, number 7 hitter. 2-zip Mount Blue. Lesso to the wind. Fastball popped up a mile high. Second baseman makes the play. It was a little unsteady there for Gage DeCarolis, but he hung with it and makes the play. 1 out. Some happy feet there for sure.
Well, you're fighting not only the wind, but the sun, too. And we've seen the wind play havoc, especially how high that one was skied.
So 1 pitch, 1 out. Lewis is retired on the pop-up. Here's Mayo, the first baseman. Lesso rocks and throws a ball. Ball 1 on Ethan Mayo, right-handed batting first baseman. 2-zip Messalonskee.
Mount Blue.
2-zip Mount Blue. That's low. 2-0 there on Mayo.
How often do you think Denny Martin's played second base?
Not very much.
That was what I was thinking, too, especially with that air, because Beezer getting the off day defensively.
That's in there for a strike. It's 2-1.
There's
and the
card.
Angles are certainly different when you're going back on a pop-up like that at second base rather than anything you're going to get at first base.
Right.
Breaking ball for a strike, 2-2. So 1 out, and a 2-2 count now on Mayo with Wheeler on deck.
Talk about a game of inches, too. He misses that, and it just drops right in the fair territory, too.
Of course, it wouldn't have mattered where it dropped. It's where it hit your glove.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that's fouled back, 2-2.
Still inches. I mean, it was right along the line.
A matter of inches either way. 2-2 on Mayo. 1 out, nobody on. Mount Blue 2, Messalonskee nothing. Breaking ball high, 3-2 on Mayo. Lesso. The sign from Wrigley. Here's the pitch. High ball 4. Walked him. Second walk issued by Nolan Lesso. So Mayo is on with 1 out. Here is Jamie Wheeler, the pitcher. Time called. And a mound visit. Perhaps they saw something.
He's been pretty firm control. Again, gets some help from obviously catcher and that center fielder in that second, but he's been in pretty firm control, I think, the first time through this lineup.
All right, here's Wheeler, the number 9 hitter. Mayo at first. Lesso to the set. Pitch to Wheeler, fastball for a strike. 0-1. Tomorrow, MCI Nokomis at Erskine Academy in girls lacrosse. 10 o'clock. Here it is. That's a strike. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Messalonskee with a base runner on first. Quick snap throw over there. Mayo back. Mount Blue on top 2-0, thanks to 2 unearned runs in the second. Set by Lesso. Pitch is grounded up the middle toward the shortstop, makes the play at second. They get one there. The throw to first not in time. It is a fielder's choice. Mayo is out 6-4 at second base. Wheeler is on at first on the fielder's choice. 2 outs. And here's Garrett Card, who was called out on strikes in the first.
I think they had a chance there. Ollie Cormier, though, little bobbles he was exchanging, or trying to gather in his glove to pitch, or toss, I guess.
Runner back to the bag.
Tell you what, baseball mom's not going to be happy. Those uniforms are getting quite dirty today with all the sliding back into first.
Plus, they're white.
That doesn't do any favors.
Breaking ball is high. The umpires behind us beg to differ.
From 50 yards away making that call.
1 ball, no strikes. That's peeled foul back, and it's 1-1.
That one into the softball field.
Unless I'm directly behind the plate or directly in center field, no editorial comments from me on balls and strikes.
I think that's very fair of you, Mike Five.
Thank you. I try.
I think that's wisdom beyond your years.
How much more can we get beyond my years? There's a lot of years there. 1 and 2 as that one is fouled back. I mean,
for what it's worth, I think this is our 7th baseball or softball game. Maybe a couple in games that were blowouts, maybe where I think the umps were being a little bit more generous, but no complaints thus far this season. I think
1 and 2 is low. 2 and 2.
I think it's been a pretty spot-on strike zone game to game.
You know, there have been some games where the score was so out of hand you wanted them to call anything that was close a strike. Throw over, runner back. The count 2 and 2 on Card, who's hitting for Herman, the right fielder. 2 outs, runner at first. We're in the top of the third, 2-0 Mount Blue. Check swing held back on it. And a full count now on Card.
It bent him back, too.
So let's see if Wheeler is off to the races here with 2 outs. Being held on by Allen. Throw over there, and he's back. Lesso looks into Wrigley. The set. Runner goes. The 3-2 pitch is way high, ball 4. First and second with 2 outs. So Card on with a walk. Wheeler, who reached on a fielder's choice, is at second. And here is Cash Bezier, who struck out looking.
And now you put traffic on in front of the very proven part of the Messalonskee lineup.
Bezier, a contact hitter, even though he struck out his first time. Curve for a strike, a good one.
Yeah, it was.
0-1. Lesso looks at the runners. The 0-1. Another curve. That one is high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1. The pitch by Lesso. Fastball, and very late on that was Bezier. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not going to catch that one up there.
Ooh.
1 and 2.
Too tempting, that high cheddar.
Lesso to the set. Checks the runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Very high. 2 and 2 on Bezier. Ty Bernier on deck. 2 and 2.
Man, that sun feels good, doesn't it?
Does. I'm not cold, and that's a beautiful thing.
Love it.
The set by Lesso. Here's the 2-2. That is fouled off. Stays at 2 and 2. In fact, I might have to take a layer off.
What?
Yeah.
First time this season.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cash Bezier. Lesso ready. The deal. Breaking ball is pounded into the Ground right out front. Easy play for Lesso. He throws him out 1-3. So no further damage, or no damage actually, excuse me. No damage done at all other than a couple of base runners left on. So for Messalonskee in the third inning, no runs. There were no hits, no errors, couple of men left on. And we go to the bottom of the third. The score still Mount Blue 2, Messalonskee nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, A.J. Knight, Kaylin Lakey back here live at Mount Blue High School in Farmington as we move along to the bottom of the third inning. And for Mount Blue, it'll be 2, 3, and 4. Nolan Lesso, Thomas Cormier, and Jack Sviano. 2, 3, and 4.
We were labored a little bit in that second inning, but like you said, when it happened, had a chance to get out completely unscathed, and here lets 2 go by or 2 go in. Difference in the game thus far.
Thus far.
It's
All
early.
Right. Lesso will lead off. Nolan with a single. Dropped in front of Bezier in center field. He stole second, he stole third, and then was stranded there in the first. Facing Jamie Wheeler. That one is low, ball 1 to Lesso. Oh, that wind dies down. She warms up pretty nice, huh?
Right? That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to jinx it, but I agree.
The pitch. Low, 2-0.
Kind of seems like his breaking stuff, he just really hadn't had control of that fastball a little bit, but he finds that edge, and it just seems like Mount Blue really hadn't totally been able to catch up to it.
The 2-0. Little chopper down the third baseline. Lewis charges, fields, and decides to eat it, and that was the smart play to make. A base hit.
Yeah, it just wasn't going anywhere very fast, so by the time he finally snagged it, I mean, best case scenario, you're just making an interesting throw there. I don't think you're getting him. Worst case, you're putting him on second.
So lead man on, Lesso is on, and of course we've already seen his base running skills on display. He's stolen 2. And let's see what Cormier does here. He showed bunt last time, he shows bunt again, and stepping off again is Wheeler. So a little cat and mouse going on.
Isn't it, I mean, it's interesting, I know, like, right, it's a 2-0 and you're playing small ball, but man, to have the 3-man bunt.
Fastball is up. Ball 1 on Cormier. Cormier fly to right his first time.
Curious to see this gamesmanship between Lesso and Wheeler because Wheeler's had a good move to first.
Wheeler sets. He goes. The pitch is a ball, I believe, and they got him. They got him. A great throw by Michael Acorn, and Nolan Lesso is gunned down, and he is out 2-6.
Couldn't tell from my vantage point, Mike. Looked like he was initially hit. Did he slide past the bag? That's what it looked like, right?
He did.
Oh, that was a ball, right?
It was. It's 2-0. So Lesso gunned down. Now one out, nobody on, and that's a strike on Cormier. Count on him is 2-1. Right-handed batting third baseman.
That's a big base runner to get off the bags.
The set by Wheeler goes from the stretch with nobody on and throws a strike in there, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cormier. On deck is Viano. Wheeler trailing here 2-0. Fastball is up. 3-2. So the string out on Cormier. So Lesso reached on an infield hit and gunned out stealing 2-6. Fastball got him. Very choppy swing there, and Cormier is gone. 2 outs, and that is the third strikeout. And here is Jax Viano, who grounded out to short. His first time. He's the DH. 2 outs, nobody on. It's turned into a very comfortable day. Strike called.
You're starting to see that in the crowd, too. Softball going on. Softball got a really good crowd. But nice trickling of fans here between both fields.
Yeah, you can literally jump between 2 games. It's that close. That one's low and away. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike.
Last year, this was a big-time matchup, I believe. I haven't looked at Mount Blue softball. Is it the case this year? Obviously, we know Messo's solid.
I do not know.
I haven't looked at Mount Blue yet.
Low, 2-1. If Viano can reach, Ollie Cormier, the shortstop, on deck. Viano, the cleanup man, batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch by Wheeler. Very high. 3-1. 3-1.
It feels like it's been with Wheeler, even with the strikeouts, right? He's not like blowing them away, kind of has to fight back from a few balls.
Jamie Wheeler to the set. Here's the pitch. It's ball 4. And Viano draws a walk. And that's the second walk issued by Wheeler. Viano is a 2-out base runner. Here's Ollie Cormier, who drew the first walk and scored the first Mount Blue run on the error by Denny Martin. Viano, a lead at first. Pretty good-sized lead. That's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Mount Blue 2, Messalonskee nothing. We are in the bottom of the third. Quick throw over, and if the throw had been on the bag, they had a shot at him.
He's got a good move.
Very good.
I think it's about 4 times now he's legitimately been close to erasing that base runner.
That one's high. 1-1 on Cormier.
I think after that first inning with Lesso stealing 2 straight bags, definitely had a discussion about how they were going to handle the base runners.
Big lead. The throw gets by. That'll be an error on the pitcher. Run down by the first baseman, Mayo. Viano hits second. He will stay there, E1. Well, he does have a good move, but he bounced that one. And Viano on at second with a 1-1 count on Cormier and time called. Eric Palin out to the mound. Today's game brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less, online at cmautogroup.com. And to that end, congratulations to Chris and Lynn Ann Gauntz. Last night, given the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce 2023 Distinguished Community Service Award. Our very own Jay Hansen was the Master of Ceremonies, and Chris and Lynn Ann have been doing great things for the greater Waterville area for years. Chris's father, Charlie, before that, did so many great things and the Central Maine Motors Auto Group is a huge sponsor of what we do. We're delighted to have them on board, and certainly congratulations. And you could say long overdue. They've been doing stuff like they've been doing forever.
Yeah, no, we'd like to thank them for what we get to do. They were one of the first ones on last year, one of the first ones back in again this year.
And have been, in my 40 years in broadcasting, back in the day, Charlie was sponsoring local sports as well, and they do so much for the community. And they got the big plaque last night at the Chamber Awards. That one is squirted foul right down in front of us.
Nice job by the base coach. Knock that one down.
3-2.
2-2.
2-2. I can't read my own chicken scratch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You haven't had to move it over an inning yet.
Not yet. Pitch by Wheeler. And check swing. Did he go? He's out. So he did go, and that's the end of that. So, for the Mount Blue Cougars in the third, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. There was an error and 1 runner left on, and we have finished 3. The score remains Mount Blue 2 and Messalonskee nothing. You are watching and listening to high school baseball on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
3-4-5 due up here for the Messalonskee Eagles in the top of the fourth inning. Ty Bernier, Denny Martin, and Michael Acorn. Bernier has been up once and grounded out first base unassisted.
Man, the rocking chair first inning that was.
Yeah, 9-pitch first inning for Nolan Lesso. Pitching shutout ball through 3. That's a strike. 0-1 on Bernier. Here's the pitch. Looped foul, left side, and that is a fair ball. Left fielder Bowden is over, going for 2. Bernier, he never stopped. He's in with a sliding double. So Bernier hustled all the way and gets 2 out of it.
That's a first hit, too, for Messalonskee.
It is. Leading off the fourth inning, finally, the Eagles have a base hit.
Also, I believe I just heard him say, man, that hurt really bad on that slide.
He did kick up a lot of dirt, and they're going to intentionally walk Denny Martin. Wow, that's a lot of respect.
Interesting.
So an intentional walk. Runners on first and second, so they put the tying run on, and here is Acorn. Michael today has struck out swinging in his only plate appearance. First and second, nobody out. So a jam for Lesso. Strike. 0-1 on Acorn. Lesso needing to bear down and keep this game 2-0 in favor of his team.
Really surprised not to see him at least give him a shot at Martin.
Pitch is a breaking ball. It's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Martin walked his first time and then was caught stealing. 1-1 to Acorn. The pitch from Lesso is popped up. Hit into left center field. I'm sorry, I completely lost it off the bat. Bowden runs it down, and so intentionally walking Denny Martin did not pay off, as that one was gapped by Michael Acorn. Give him an RBI. Coming in to score on the play is Bernier. Going to third, Denny Martin, and Acorn on at second with a ringing double to left center. So the intentional walk does not pay off. And now the tying run is at third. The go-ahead run is at second. That's ball 1 to Reynolds. Reynolds hit a line drive to left center field that Dane Cousineau made a splendid play on in the second. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and he held up.
You're not kidding, because Cousineau doesn't make that catch. That was probably a double, if not a triple, if it goes off his glove.
2-0 on Reynolds. A hitter's count here with runners on second and third. Lesso from the full wind. Here it is. That's low. 3-0. First base is open, but you don't want to put any more base runners on here. The 3-0. Right in there. 3-1 on Reynolds. Jordan Lewis on deck. So Lesso with the lead for now.
That double, intentional walk, double. 3-1 count here.
Here's the pitch. Lost him. Ball 4 goes to the backstop. Martin coming in, and he is safe. A wild pitch, and this game is tied. Going over to third on the play is Acorn. Reynolds walks, and ball 4 to the backstop on a wild pitch, and it's 2-2. The go-ahead run is at third, and on at first is Reynolds, and here's Lewis. Jordan's been up once. He popped a second.
Yeah, on one pitch, wasn't it?
Yes. Throw over and back to the bag in time. Just barely is Reynolds.
Reynolds had a big lead. Still seeking the first out of the inning, too.
Lesso to the set. Huge lead again. Throw over, and he is safe.
It's close. Close both times.
So Reynolds, who walked, forcing the issue with a large lead at first. That one is high. 1 ball, no strikes on Jordan Lewis. Boy, both these pitchers have really good moves.
He said he got him.
Or did he? Did he get him or not?
I'm gonna run the replay one more time. I don't think so. I think you would have made a case earlier.
He's staying at first. So he left the bag though, and started. It looked like walking toward the dugout.
In a coaches meeting here.
All right, now the umpire on the bases is going over to talk to Eric Palin. Can you see it on the replay?
Yeah, we got the view of it.
Can you see the umpire's call?
He threw the out sign. You can't see the ump in the replay.
Well, Reynolds is still at first base.
But he threw the out sign. I don't think he was out. I think they were much closer plays earlier.
Well, the runner is staying there, so he was not out.
No, they called him. I think he was staying there.
All right, so he is out. So he is picked off. That is a caught stealing. That is 1-3 and a huge base running blunder there by Reynolds. You cannot get picked off but in that situation,
I think especially after you had 2 close calls, I think I'd shorten the lead.
So a runner at third now. Popped up right over us. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Jordan Lewis. So Reynolds caught stealing officially. He's out 1-3. Acorn still at third. He's the go-ahead run. It's 2-2 with 1 out. And Lesso has still not retired a hitter yet. Check swing. Did he go? He did. It's a strike. 1-2 on Lewis. Mayo is on deck. Lewis just put the ball in play, and you're probably going to take the lead.
Yeah, got to be a productive out here, especially after getting the pickoff at first.
Breaking ball, fouled it off. Ooh, just over the collective heads of a bunch of fans right near the Mount Blue dugout on the third base side.
Yeah, that was not moving slow.
Yeah, that's why you pay attention at a ball game.
And there are a bunch of them over there not doing that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. No netting here. That ball is hit to shortstop. Looks him back. The throw in time, and a good play by Cormier at short, holding the runner at third base. So Lewis, a hard ground ball to short, can't get the run in. 2 outs. And here is Mayo. Mayo hit into a fielder's choice to short his first time. So the caught stealing looming even larger now with the second out recorded there. So Lesso can get out of it pretty cheaply if he can get the hitter. Keep this game tied, up and in, ball 1.
Well, that pickoff is big, too, because, Mike, you think about it, they're going to go for the double play, obviously, if you don't get picked up first, and I think get it, but the run at least would score.
Lesso, a 1 ball, no strike count. The pitch to Mayo, very high, 2-0. Jamie Wheeler, the pitcher, on deck. Still at third is Acorn. He's been there a while. 2-0 on Mayo. Here it is. 3-0. So Mayo, the number 8 hitter, will be taking all the way. In fact, he might take a couple. Lesso to the windup. Here's the pitch. And he missed. Ball 4. He walked the number 8 hitter.
On 4 straight pitches.
And so Mayo with a free pass, and here is Wheeler. Wheeler hit into a fielder's choice in the third.
5th walk from Lesso. 1 intentional, but 5th.
Great start. He had a 9-pitch first inning with 2 strikeouts. Each inning has gotten more difficult.
Well, he'd no-hit him until this inning. He gives up double, intentional walk, double. Then a wild pitch.
So Lesso looking to get an out and keep this game right here at 2-2. Nolan ready. Pitch to Wheeler is into right field. It's a base hit. Just enough on it to get it out of the infield by Wheeler. It's an RBI single. Acorn comes in to score. And Messalonskee takes the lead 3-2. Just got it by the second baseman, DeCarolis.
That was a definition, as you said, of just enough.
Just enough. RBI single. First and second now with 2 outs. And here is Garrett Card. A strikeout and a walk. A dangerous hitter, though. High, ball 1. And Lesso is laboring.
And this is a scary moment here for Mount Blue because, again, while they've struggled a little bit today, this top 4 is a very good top 4 for Messo.
8th batter to bat in the inning for Messo. Fouled off. 1-1.
I just had to jinx it. I told you didn't have to move it over, and now we're flirting with it.
It's all on you, pal.
That's on me. My
it's
bad.
all on you. You
My
can't
bad.
keep your mouth shut. You got to watch what you wish for. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quick throw to second, and the runner back. I'll tell you, these pitchers aren't afraid to throw to the bases.
Yeah, there's only been that one, right? Wheeler just missed it, bounced it that one time, but we've got one pickoff, a couple close ones.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 1-2 on Card. Garrett today DHing, hitting for the right fielder Herman. So Lesso, a strike away from getting out of this. Nolan to the set. The 1-2. Fastball is grounded to shortstop, picked up there by Cormier. Strong throw to first. He got him. Cormier's a really good shortstop. Second shortstop in a row after they had Dipner there last year, and this year Cormier making all the plays. That ends the inning, but the Messalonskee Eagles take the lead. For the Eagles in the third, they get 3 runs on 2 base hits. There were no errors, 3 walks in the inning, and 1 base runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Messo in the lead for the first time to score. Messalonskee 3 and Mount Blue 2. This is high school baseball on the Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and like just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Center fielder Dane Cousineau leads it off here for Mount Blue in the 5th inning, and Jamie Wheeler taking the mound for the first time in this ballgame with a lead. He leads it 3-2. Cousineau, sacrifice bunt his first time. Wheeler from the stretch, as he does all the time, throws ball 1.
Bounce that one up there. Lesso, I think, struggled. The walks did not help, especially after how the inning started. But I think to get a ground out from one of the better Messo lineups, you kind of catch your breath a little bit.
Swing and a miss.
Keep
Fast
it only
ball, thigh high, 1-1.
To keep it only at one run deficit, obviously.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here it is. Strike 2. 1-2. Today's game brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside, breaking ball missed, 2-2. Warren Allen on deck, then Ben Wrigley, 6, 7, and 8. The 2-2. 3-2. And just after you take the lead, you don't want to start throwing bases on balls.
Ooh.
Cousineau waiting for the full count pitch. Fouled back.
He got just like a sliver of that.
A tiny sliver.
Yeah, enough. He's still batting, but
a smidge.
A smidge.
Wheeler to the set, and now he steps off.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for the seat. He had to wipe his brow.
Jamie Wheeler sets the deal. A ground ball to shortstop, picked up there by Bernier. Bernier throws him out. 2 good shortstops today. 1 out. As Cousineau out 6-3, here's Warren Allen. Allen, the first baseman. Struck out swinging his first time. All right, Wheeler ready to deal. Here's the first pitch to Allen. Yeah, that's a strike. 0-1. Mount Blue down for the first time in the game, 3-2. Cougars got 2 unearned runs in the second in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike on an error on a pop-up by Denny Martin. So they led 2-0 after 2. Kept that lead until the top of this inning when Mount Blue pushed across 3. Messalonskee pushed across 3. Loops it, right field side, foul ground, and trying to make a basket catch there, Ethan Mayo. That would have been a great play had he been able to do so, but not able to get that. So it's just a strike.
Would that have replaced the Cousineau play for you, out of curiosity? If he had just kind of turned around and sort of just magically put the glove where it was falling.
I don't know. That Cousineau play was pretty special.
It was pretty good. I mean, you're talking about taking away potentially a 3-bagger.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Inside 2-2 on Allen. On deck is Wrigley. 3-2. Messalonskee in front. Here it is. Ground ball by the pitcher to the shortstop. Bernier, 2 outs. Ties made both plays.
Rinse and repeat.
6-3 on the out. 2 ground balls to short. Here's Wrigley. Wrigley just fit a single in between the third baseman and the bag his first time. So he's 1 out of 1.
And he scored that second run.
Ground ball by the pitcher. Another opportunity for Bernier. Can he throw all 3 out? Yes. 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. And that's it for the Mount Blue Cougars in the 4th inning. Nothing across. We finished 4. It's Messalonskee 3, Mount Blue 2. High school baseball on the score.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
All right, new pitcher on. The day is over for Nolan Lesso. He goes the first 4, and Jack Saviano, the left-hander, who had been in the lineup as the DH, now comes into pitch. So a different look here for Messalonskee from the Portsider.
Lesso, I believe, is in center.
Okay.
Just FYI, I believe that's 23
It is. So Cousineau, who made that smashing play,
I think is in left. Or excuse me, right.
So 23, Nolan Lesso in center. Viano ready to throw here. Pitch is ball one to Cash Bizier. Bizier leading off here in the fifth. Popped up on the infield. First baseman with a play. Allen right near the bag makes the play. 1 out.
That's a nice, easy first out for coming in relief.
So again, Jax Viano comes in from his designated hitter position to pitch. Lesso goes to center field, and Dane Cousineau goes to right with Gary Harkins out of the game. Ground ball to shortstop, picked up there by Cormier, and they've been blazing a trail to short on both sides. 2 outs.
That's a heck of a throw, though. He put some extra mustard in that one and needed it.
So 2 very quick outs for Viano, and here is Denny Martin. Martin, the left-handed batting second baseman, today has walked and been caught stealing and walked intentionally his last time. So he is officially nothing for nothing on the day. Takes ball 1 there.
Yeah, but that on-base percentage is sparkling.
It is. 1,000%.
And he did score.
Swing and a miss. Big rip on a fastball. Ball on a strike. Top of the fifth. The set by the lefty. Breaking ball is into left field. That's a base hit. Left fielder gobbles it up. Bowden in with it. The throw offline, and it's a double for Martin. So he is perfect on the day. 2 walks and a double. Tying run at second. Here's Michael Acorn. Acorn has struck out and doubled himself. He hit a bomb to left center field.
Messo's on top.
Oh, yeah. That would make this not be the tying run at second. That would make this be an insurance run at second.
Pinch runner.
So Martin out of the game. And a pinch runner at second.
15, I think.
That's Logan Barron running for Martin at second. He's the insurance run. Here's Acorn. Pitch is a strike. Acorn trying to add a pad run here, and meanwhile Viano trying to keep this game right where it is. His team down 3-2. The pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Again, Cormier, long throw. It's off the bag. Safe. That was a bang-bang play either way. I'm going to give Acorn a base hit.
I think that's fair because I think that one's on line. He might get him, but, I mean, it was close.
So a base hit to shortstop for Acorn. The inning continues. Here's Parker Reynolds. Reynolds has line to center. That great catch by Cousineau. Walked last time, got picked off first. 2 outs. Viano got the first 2 easily. Strike 1.
That breaker he's throwing is confusing those batters because they keep stepping back and the ump keeps saying strike.
We got a pop-up, a ground ball to short, then a double, and an infield single. That's where we are now, first and third. 2 outs, high. 1-1. Viano, the 1-1. Popped up, right field, right fielder. Cousineau, with a ball hit right at him, he had a Little difficult time there to steady himself, but he makes the play, and so 2 stranded by Messalonskee in the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Mount Blue at in Farmington at Mount Blue, and the score is Messalonskee 3 at Mount Blue 2. This is high school baseball. On the Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
All right, Jamie Wheeler back out there for the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be 9-1-2 scheduled here. Trent Bowden, then Gage DeCarolis and Nolan Lesso. 9-1-2 with Wheeler pitching with the lead. Last inning about as easy an inning as he can possibly hope for. 3 ground balls to short, and Bernier handled them all.
Now, shortstops have been pretty good today, both sides.
Ones.
Yeah. And Bernier normally the second baseman.
Yep. So Bowden will lead off. Reached on an error by the second baseman his first time. Takes ball 1.
For those scoring at home, worth noting, Denny Martin did come back out to second base.
Yes. Yeah, that was just an immediate substitution thing.
Yeah, just pinch runner.
1 ball. 2 balls. 2 balls, no strikes on Trent Bowden. Check swing, and he went around. It's 2-1.
Totally fooled on that one. I think he wanted to stop, and by the time he wanted to stop, it was too late.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here it is. Strike 2. Swung right through a fastball, 2-2.
Been a little spotty with his zone, but he puts it there. Mount Blue has struggled to catch that fastball.
The 2-2. Low and away, 3-2.
I think, too, he's been a lot of these counts. I think he's won more of them than he's lost, but he's been a lot of full counts.
Wheeler ready. The full count pitch. Walked him. Walked the number 9 hitter.
Now, if I put on my Mike Violet hat, I would say with a lead, you definitely shouldn't walk the leadoff guy, especially the number 9 guy.
Yes, when the number 9 hitter is leading off, Cardinal sin.
3rd walk for Wheeler.
Tying run on board. Top of the order now. Gage DeCarolis and a bluff back. Shows bunt, takes a strike. 0-1. DeCarolis has struck out, popped to second. Here's the pitch. It's up. 1 ball, 1 strike on DeCarolis. Lesso on deck. Leadoff man here for Mount Blue, hitting with the number 9 man on first. Trent Bowden, a stumble back into first.
He fooled him. He had him a little bit there.
Well, you're not going to get picked off, at least on that one.
He surprised him a little bit.
Low, 2-1.
Mount Blue team definitely committed to the small ball attack, aren't they? This is the third time someone has showed bunt. Obviously, we've had one sack bunt already today.
2-1 on DeCarolis. Here it is. And a bunt is down. Scooped up by the pitcher, Wheeler. Throws to first. Successful sacrifice bunt. The play goes 1-3. DeCarolis moves the runner over. And here is Nolan Lesso. Lesso started on the mound, now in center.
Yeah, good guy to put a runner in scoring position. He's 2 for 2 today.
He's got a couple of singles. Ball 1. Tying run at second. 3-2 Messalonskee in the 5th. Wheeler deals. High. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Lesso with a hitter's count. Bowden at second can run. That is high. 3-0 on Nolan Lesso. So perhaps Wheeler laboring a little bit as we get into the later innings.
I think definitely possible. You wondered, though, too, that Lesso's the one that's had success against him today, being a little more careful maybe.
Here's the 3-0. Lost in ball 4, goes to the backstop. And it's a wild pitch, and getting to third base on the play is Bowden. So Bowden takes third. Lesso walks on 4 pitches. And time is called. And Eric Palin out to the mound. So let's see what he has planned.
Where is the bullpen over here? Just out of curiosity.
There isn't anything, such thing as a bullpen.
I was just seeing if I would forgot to see if I'd see anything, but I don't think we've seen anybody warm up, have we? I mean, I've been paying maximum attention.
I have not.
Okay.
They would be warming up on the sidelines behind the dugouts.
That's what I figured.
All right, so a long conversation here with Coach Palin and his entire infield and battery, and he'll leave Wheeler in.
Go ahead, run, standing on first with no outs. Tying run at third.
Big spot here for Thomas Cormier. Cormier is fly to right and struck out. Chance to tie it up. Gapper possibly give his team the lead. Wheeler to the set. He throws to third. Now that I totally don't understand.
Yeah, Lewis, I don't think was expected either. Kind of snow-coned it.
1 out on the bunt. Wheeler, the sign from Acorn. Now he's going to throw to first. And you're in a situation right now, I would concentrate on the hitter.
Yeah, well, because I think less so, especially after Reynolds got picked off for Messalonskee in the same situation. I don't think he's going to do that. And like you said, you miss that. You not only don't get less so, you let the game get tied.
No count. Cormier 0 for 2 and a bluff to first. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. And the runner steals second. Strike 1 on Cormier.
This is a ball, Mike.
Boy, that sure looked like a strike. Holy mackerel. Okay. Stolen base. Lesso. The go-ahead run is at second. 1 ball, the count. That's a strike. 1-1 on Cormier. Bowden on third, Lesso on second. Infield in.
Yeah, he just Wheeler just told both of his middle infield to come in.
Here it is. That's popped up. Right field coming in is Herman. Herman makes the play. Runner tags. The throw, he does not go. So they did not test the arm of Donovan Herman. That wasn't a great throw. So Cormier can't get it deep enough. 2 outs. And Messalonskee still in front. And here is Viano. Now the pitcher, originally the DH, he's grounded to short and walked. So it'll take a pass ball, a wild pitch, an error. Can still change the score. 2 outs. Viano, left-handed batter.
I missed an out.
There was the bunt and that fly ball.
Oh, that's what I missed. I missed the bunt. My apologies to those watching the stream. I missed that on the scoreboard.
Strike 1 on Viano. No balls, 1 strike. Wheeler trying to keep the lead. Strike 2.
Big pitch.
Jax Viano in the hole, 0-2, second and third, 2 outs. Breaking ball fouled off. Just got a piece. Count stays 0-2. Set by Wheeler. Eventually, there it is. Here's the pitch. Spike down the left field line, and that's a foul ball. That would have scored 2.
Yeah, that one. We've seen that both foul lines get worn out a little bit today, so break there for Messalonskee.
0-2. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second. Breaking ball, squirts high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Ali Cormier. (3-2) Messalonskee. Wheeler ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit well to right center field. Over and making the play is Donovan Herman. Ball hit well, but I think the wind pushed that from what would have been a gap shot right into the glove of Donovan Herman. So 2 fly balls to right for the final 2 outs and a threat by the boards for the Mount Blue Cougars. For the Cougars, in the 5th inning, no runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 2 base runners left. And we have finished 5 full. The score, Messalonskee 3, Mount Blue 2. It's high school baseball on the score.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Messalonskee, third baseman Jordan Lewis, leading off here in the sixth inning, takes strike one from Jax Viano. Lewis today has popped to second and grounded to short. Viano in his second full inning of work throws strike two. 7-8-9 here for Messalonskee. In the top of the sixth, looking for insurance, leading 3-2. Line drive into left center field. That's a base hit. So Lewis leads off here in the sixth with a solid single to left. His first hit of the day. And the fifth hit for Messalonskee today. Here is Mayo. Mayo has walked twice out of the eighth spot.
Take that any day of the week. You can get it from 8.
Lewis not fast at first, modest lead, especially with a lefty on the mound. You're not going to stray too far. Bunt is foul.
Mess a little bit of small ball of their own.
Yep, and it makes sense here, although I'm wondering why Eric Palin isn't running for Lewis.
Yeah, especially, good call.
Not a whole lot of speed there, and time called. Going to have a mound conference with Viano.
It's got to be strategy about the sack bunt, don't you think? Because I don't think he's coming out.
No, he's not coming out. Yeah, I would have to think that. I'm not sure what strategy. I mean, you've got set plays that you run in a situation like this.
They're going to run that play from Little Big League where they fake the throw to first to get Ken Griffey Jr. out at second. They're going to run that play.
Okay.
I love that scene. That's such an underrated baseball movie.
All right, conference is over. One strike on Mayo. Lewis at first with a modest lead. Now stepping off is Viano. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. 0-2.
That's a quick way to take that bunt off the table.
Yep. Wrigley with the sign. The 0-2. Got him. Strike three. So swinging third strike on Mayo. He's gone. One out, and here is Wheeler. Wheeler today is hit into a fielder's choice. And last time,
he knocked a run in. Remember that one that just got off the second baseman's glove?
All right. Because I put down an RBI, but I forgot to put a base hit.
Yeah, that one that just got by the second baseman.
Ball one there, 1 ball, no strikes. Literally just made it to the outfield by DeCarolis. 1 ball, no strikes. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wheeler. Top of the order, Card on deck. 3-2 Messalonskee in the sixth. Curve for a strike.
Tell you what, Viano's got that. I'm going to stare at the first baseman as long as possible before I look back to home plate down.
1-2. Very high. Wrigley had to climb the ladder to get that one. 2-2. On deck is Card. Here's the set. The 2-2. Pop foul over the backstop and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two Messo. The pitch. Hit well to center field, but ranging over is Lesso. Lesso makes the play. 2 outs.
The wind kind of died down a little bit, so not much play on that one.
2 gone. Here's Garrett Card. Card has been called out on strikes and grounded to short.
And walked.
Oh, I missed that one. You're right. In between those 2 at-bats, he walked. Card, the DH today, normally the shortstop. High, ball 1. 4th time up today.
Him and at the top of the lineup, Bernier and Martin have both had a hit, but him and Beezer today, 0 for 6 with a walk and 2 Ks.
Ball 2, high, 2 balls, no strikes. So Lewis led the inning off with a single, hasn't moved. 2-0 count to Card. Here it is. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Right in there, 3-1. The set by Viano. 3-1 to Card. Ball 4. So Lewis finally moves. He goes from first to second on the walk. A free pass to Card, second walk of the day. And here's Beezer. He's been called out on strikes, bounced back to the pitcher, and popped to the first baseman. Couple of insurance runs on base, a little nubber, and nobody's covering first. Now, finally, Viano gets over, and it's too late. That's a base hit. First baseman Allen ranged over, and as soon as he did, that was the opportunity there for Beezer to get the base hit, and he beat it out. So they are loaded.
Yeah, Viano got over there, but he didn't put his foot down, kind of shuffled his feet before he stepped on the bag.
Here's Bernier. The shortstop takes one low and away. Ball 1. He is grounded out, first baseman unassisted, doubled, and grounded out to short. Bases are loaded here with 2 outs. Little nubber down the first base line and fielded, and it's fielded in foul ground by Allen.
That thing went straight down and just rolled right on the right side of that line.
What you're hoping is before it gets to you that it kicks fair, then you'll make the tag.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then you'll just pick it up and make sure it stays foul. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. Curve for a strike. Beauty. 0-2.
1-2.
1-2.
That first pitch was in that dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball fouled to the left side and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Had him way out in front. It's strike 3. And all he's got to do is tag the plate, correct? And he did.
Heads up play there.
Benny Wrigley right on top of that. So strike 3, and that is it as the Messalonskee Eagles leave the bases loaded and an opportunity really to put a crooked number on the board and give themselves a little bit of comfort. But no, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score, Messalonskee 3, Mount Blue 2. It's high school baseball on the score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
All right, Jamie Wheeler's day is over with on the mound for Messalonskee. He goes the first 5 and turns it over to the freshman Sean Acorn, who we saw the other day pitch against Skowhegan. He was very impressive. Not very big, but he throws hard.
He kept that game close for a while in his situation that was ugly.
And he'll face Ollie Cormier leading off here. First pitch is ball 1 to Cormier. Cormier today has walked and scored and struck out. The 1-0. To second base on a couple of hops. Denny Martin there flips the first, 1 out.
Relief pitcher's got to feel good to get that easy first one.
So a ground ball to second, and he is out of there. He being Cormier, 1 out for Dane Cousineau. Cousineau with a sacrifice bunt and a ground ball to short.
Yeah, getting ready for that game, we had Skowhegan at Messalonskee baseball. Wait till after this pitch.
Strike.
Sean Acorn, who's pitching now, was someone that was mentioned specifically to us in the previews. They said was really good, but was going to be kind of brought along slowly because he is a freshman, but he has shined early.
Well, I think that ship has sailed. He's in a 1-run game on the road in the 6th inning, 1-1.
Closer status achieved.
Pretty
much, right?
Certainly a high leverage situation, 1-2. He's in there with his team in the lead in the 6th inning on the road.
Yeah, just your classic 6-out save.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit in the air, right field, ranging over right fielder Herman. Foul ground, he makes the catch. 2 outs.
Nice play by Herman.
Pretty good out there in right. So 2 up, 2 gone, and here is Warren Allen. Allen, the first baseman, has struck out and bounced to short. Acorn misses wide, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In the dirt, 2-0. If Allen can keep it going, Wrigley on deck. Acorns 2-0. Line drive into center field and playing it on a hop there. Smart play by Cash Bezier. You don't want to get caught in between there. And it's a solid single to center. 2 outs and a base runner. In the person of Warren Allen, that's the tying run. See if they run for him. They will. So base runner on for Mount Blue. This is Eli Walker running. And here is Wrigley. Ben today has singled and grounded to short. Left-handed batting catcher. Low ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. There it is. At the knees for a strike, 1-1 on Wrigley. Tying run at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Low. 2-1 on Wrigley. If he can reach, Bowden would be next. 2 balls, 1 strike. Walker leads. Good one. Throw over there, and he's back.
He had a good jump back on that one, but make him think about it. Shorten his lead a little bit.
Acorn ready. Here it is. Swung on and fouled. Was that fouled off, or was it just a swinging strike? I think it was just a swinging strike. I think it was a
swing. Look, and he looked like he was golfing for it.
2-2. Yeah, it was a low pitch. 2-2. Acorn to the set. The 2-2. Fouled back. Good rip there by Wrigley. 2-2. Walker, the pinch runner, tying run at first. Acorn ready. Into center field. It's a base hit. Second hit of the game for Wrigley. And Mount Blue, a 2-out threat as Ben Wrigley with a single to center. He's on. Walker to second. So the tying run at second now. And here is Bowden. Bowden has reached on an error and walked. So Acorn got the first 2. Now in trouble. That one goes all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch. And now he's in bigger trouble. So a wild pitch moves the runners up. And Bowden has the count his way. 1 ball, no strikes. So the screws tightening up here. Acorn from the full wind. Low. 2-0.
Chance to show some of that gumption. How well can you shake off back-to-back hits and then the wild pitch?
Here it is. Strike called. 2-1.
That one right at the knees.
Tough spot for the number 9 hitter. 2-1 on Bowden. Acorn misses wide. 3-1. The windup. The 3-1 pitch. Very, very wide. Ball 4. They're loaded. And Mount Blue has the top of the order now. Engaged to Carolus. And Eric Palin out of the dugout to talk it over. DeCarolus has struck out, popped to second, and had a successful sacrifice bunt.
And DeCarolus and Lesso behind him, obviously 2 outs, but those are the 2 returning varsity bats for this Mount Blue team. And Bowden had himself a heck of a day. He reached on air that first time. That was the air that plated 2, and then he's walked twice.
Out of the 9 hole, he has been on. He's been a thorn today.
And then actually Wrigley at the 8 spot, like you said, 2 hits. So 8-9 coming in clutch today for Mount Blue.
Been on base 5 times. So DeCarolus, with a well-placed base hit, can give his team the lead. They're loaded with 2 outs. It is 3-2 Messalonskee in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch is a strike. DeCarolus, as I said, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Acorn working quickly. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. The screws have tightened up here in Farmington. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Low, 2-1, no place to put them. Walker, the pinch runner at third. The windup. Here's the pitch. It's low, 3-1.
That is the right call, but man, that was close.
3 balls, 1 strike. Acorn 1 ball away from tying the game. Strike 2.
Whoa.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Something's got to give here. The runners will be going. And now he steps off, does Acorn. Gets the sign from Acorn. The runners go. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got him. So the kid gets the first 2, loads the bases, and then strikes out Gage DeCarolis with the bases loaded and 2 outs. We go to the 7th inning. The score remains Messalonskee 3 and Mount Blue 2. It's high school baseball on the score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, look.
The monkey is prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
All righty, Mike Violet and AJ Knight back here live at Mount Blue High School. A great opportunity for the Mount Blue Cougars to at least tie the game and perhaps take the lead. Goes by the boards as freshman Sean Acorn loaded the bases with 2 outs after getting the first 2 batters out and struck out Gage DeCarolis to end the inning. Here is Denny Martin. Martin here in the 7th. Takes strike 1.
Ball 1. This ball.
Fouled back, so it's 1-1 now.
Yes, sir.
1 ball, 1 strike on Martin. Martin walked, and doubled. Fouled at the plate. So Denny in there with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Viano, the lefty, ready. Fouled at the plate. We'll get another 1-2.
Tell you what, you're talking about obviously the spot that Acorn was put in on the road, 1-run game in the 6th. Made you sweat a little bit, but he came through.
He did. Walked a tightrope, but he did it. Viano ready, the 1-2 to Martin. That is popped up to second. Second baseman right there, and the catch made by DeCarolis, 1 out.
That's the first time they retired Martin today.
Yep. Martin had walked, and doubled. That second walk intentional. And so here's Michael Acorn. Acorn has struck out, doubled and scored, and had an infield hit to short. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a strike. 1-1. Jax Viano, the 1-1. Wide. 2-1.
We were due for a good one, and man, have we gotten a good one.
Here it is. Upstairs. 3-1.
Highlighted by some spectacular defense today, too.
Yeah, the catch by Cousineau in center field early on was fantastic.
Shortstops have been really good again today, too.
Viano to the set. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. So she's 3-2. On deck is Reynolds. 1 out, nobody on. Messalonskee leading 3-2. In the dirt, ball 4.
Bounced it to him.
So Acorn is on. He's on for the 3rd time today. And that'll bring up Parker Reynolds. Reynolds hit that drive to center that Cousineau made that spectacular catch on. He walked and then flied to right.
He's, I think, made some good contact today. He got picked off on that walk as well.
That's in the dirt, boxed around by Wrigley, and no advance. 1 ball, no strikes on Reynolds. Michael Acorn, an insurance run at first. Ground ball to shortstop, bobbled. They get 1 there, and that's all they can get. I still don't think they would have gotten 2. But they get the lead man. Acorn is forced at second, 6-4. Reynolds is on with the fielder's choice. 2 outs. And here is Lewis.
I think you're right, because it's not Reynolds, not slow.
Inside, ball 1 to Jordan. Jordan has popped to second, grounded to shortstop, and singled. 2 outs. Runner at first is Reynolds. High fly ball to left. Going back is Bowden. Way back, and he makes the catch. That almost made it to the wall. That ball was hit really well. A high fly ball by Lewis. He gave it a ride about as far as you can hit it. I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit that far to the outfield here at Mount Blue, but it is run down by Bowden, and that is it. So it is last call for the Mount Blue Cougars. They need 1 to tie. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be 8-9-1 scheduled. The score, Messalonskee 3, Mount Blue 2. This is high school baseball on The Score.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and, just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
It will not be 8-9-1 for Mount Blue. How about 2-3-4? How about the iron of their lineup? It would help if I would flip my score sheet over before I check to see who was coming up. So 2-3-4, Nolan Lesso, Thomas Cormier, Jax Viano against the kid, Sean Acorn, who did a high wire act last inning, got 2 out, then loaded the bases, and then struck out. A hitter with the bases loaded. Here is Lesso.
I believe ball 1.
And Lesso takes ball 1. Lesso today has singled, stolen a couple of bases. That is popped up foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. So singled, stolen a couple of bases. He was stranded on third. He had an infield single that was caught stealing. He was actually thrown out 2-6 and walked last time. He has stolen 3 bases today, strike 2.
That's going to say it's a big one. You talk about the iron in the lineup, but he has reached base at least initially first 3 times.
Breaking ball is just inside.
They wanted that one.
2-2 on Lesso. Acorn deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets Lesso 2 strikeouts in a row now. And 2 strikeouts total for Acorn. Here is Cormier. Fly to right. Struck out, fly to right. High ball 1.
That was a big first one again. Talk about now. Martin was retired for the first time in the top of the 7th. First time Lesso was retired.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 on Cormier. On deck is Viano.
Kid's got stuff.
The 1-1. Hit into the air, right field, tough play. It's a foul ball. Donovan Herman has had a busy day in right field. That just a harmless foul ball, 1-2.
Can confirm. Mike Violet, great vantage point to make that call.
Yes. Right in front of us all the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Cormier. Acorn deals. Breaking ball knocked him off the plate. 2-2. Acorn, the freshman, a quick worker, right back on top. Brother Michael with a sign. Here it is. Check swing. Did he go? They appeal no. It is a ball, 3-2.
That is the right call.
So the string is out now on Cormier, 3-2. 1 out, nobody on. It is Messalonskee 3, Mount Blue 2. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Tying runs on. So Cormier with speed on, and here is Viano, who has grounded his short, walked, and fly to right. He is 0 for 2. Cleanup hitter. Acorn deals. Strike 1.
This is why they put you in that 4 spot.
No balls, 1 strike.
Chance to deliver in a spot like this.
Here it is. Low. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thomas Cormier on first. He's the tying run. 1 out in the 7th. Inside. 2-1. Viano back in, and now he steps out. Now he steps back in. Acorn steps off.
He's mentally regather himself. I think he did something weird, and he wanted to reset the whole thing.
Acorn to the set. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, down and in, 3-1. The high wire act continues. Acorn ready. The 3-1 to Viano is low, ball 4. 1 out, runners on first and second. The tying run at second. The winning run is at first. And here is Ollie Cormier. They're going to get a pinch runner out of the dugout. At first base for Viano.
Gary Harkins.
So Harkins, who actually started the game in right, is back in as a runner. And here is Cormier. Cormier has walked and scored, struck out, and grounded out to second.
You get the big strikeout on Lesso and then walk the next 2.
The set by Acorn. Here it is. Showing bunt, and Offering at it was Cormier, I believe.
Yeah. I think
strike one, he did.
One.
I don't know why you'd give up an out here. There is one out. Check swing, strike two.
Well, especially now, doesn't that first strike look silly given the situation where he's walked back-to-back batters?
So Acorn up in the count, 0-2. Love to get a strikeout here. Now he steps off. Strikeout here, and you can, I don't want to say relax a little bit, but you can relax a little bit.
Take a breath.
The set by Acorn. The 0-2. Fouled back. Still 0-2.
Yep. We've run out of baseballs, apparently.
Acorn has one. Back on top. Now they give him a new one. 0-2. Ollie Cormier digs in. Acorn deals. High. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Dane Cousineau. The set by Acorn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs. So Acorn fans Cormier. And here, excuse me, is Dane Cousineau. Sacrifice bunt, grounded to short, and fouled to right. Strike 1. The tying run is at second. The winning run is at first. 1 strike on Cousineau. Freshman Sean Acorn trying to save it for Jamie Wheeler, and there's no need to try to do that. Get the hitter out. 0-1, and he does it again.
That's Denny Martin shouting at him. Don't worry about the runner.
Thank you, Denny. Get the hitter out. Acorn to the set. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped. Dead ball, foul tipped. Runners were going.
Yeah, tell you what, I don't know if you could hear that stream. That made a loud noise. That caught catcher helmet. Should be 0-2.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. The scoreboard has it 0-1. I have it 0-2.
I also have it 0-2.
Now time is called. Acorn's going to go out and talk to his brother.
This has got to be like the backyard between the two of them.
Yes.
There, it's switched now, Mike.
Okay, 0-2 is the count. So Sean Acorn is 1 strike away from a save. Michael Acorn with a word. The sign. The set. The pitch. Out! Strike 3 called. He got him! And Sean Acorn strikes out the side. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And this one is over. The final score today from Farmington, the Messalonskee Eagles 3 and the Mount Blue Cougars 2. Our postgame show, our totals, and the score player of the game coming up next.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
All right, Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here post-game at Mount Blue High School in Farmington. The Messalonskee Eagles, a road win here today. They win by a score of 3-2. The final line scores, Messalonskee 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They left 10. At Mount Blue, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They also left 10, and half of those in the final 2 innings.
Yeah, I mean, Acorn, right, gets the first 2 outs in the 6th, loads the bases, then gets the strikeout on Gage DeCarolus, then strikes out Nolan Lesso, who at that point had not been retired, walks 2, and then is able to close it out with a K there at the end. And that's 5 left on right there when it was a 1-run game.
So Sean Acorn comes on for Jamie Miller in the 6th inning, retires the first 2, gets a ground ball and a fly ball to right. Then he loads the bases. Then he strikes out Gabe DeCarolus to finish the 6th inning and leave the bases loaded. And then in the 7th inning, strikes out the first man, Nolan Lesso, then allows 2 base runners and then strikes out the last 2, Ollie Cormier swinging and Dane Cousineau looking to get the save. He goes 2 innings to get the save and strikes out 4. And the winning pitcher and our score player of the game today, Jamie Wheeler, went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them unearned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. So a very solid performance by Jamie Miller.
And had the game-winning RBI. He knocked in what was the 3rd run.
Right.
On what was by mere inches a base hit.
Yes, it just, it just made it beyond the lip of the outfield grass, just where the skin of the infield just barely made it out there. So Jamie Miller is our score player of the game. He gets the score swag bag filled with swag, a swag bag from Central Maine Community College with some sparkling ice from Valley Beverage. Also with a score t-shirt. I forgot to put one of the fabulous score keychains in there. Damn me. We'll get him his score keychain at another point because we're gonna have Messalonskee again this year. But we've been crying out, we've been shrieking out for a close game, and we got it here today.
Yeah, it's a heck of a goal. Like you said, only out of the 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 2 for each pitcher. You get 2 for Lesso, both unearned for Wheeler. You get the drama in the 6th and the 7th after Mount Blue has 5 left on, including 3. The bases loaded in the 6th. It was a really good game. I think for Messalonskee, we talked about at the beginning of the game, right? What they're looking for is trying to find some pitching to go along with the hitting because they got a lot of new arms. Wheeler had a good showing today. Acorn clearly has ascended quickly up the pecking order of that bullpen in a hurry. And for Mount Blue, they graduated a ton of talent but had a really good showing today.
So, Messalonskee wins it by a score of 3-2. We are on to girls lacrosse tomorrow morning. It's Nokomis MCI, that combo team, taking on Erskine Academy at Erskine Academy in South China. Game time tomorrow morning is 10 o'clock. So that's going to do it for us here up on the hill in Farmington. For Kaylin Lakey, our videographer here this afternoon, and for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long and good night from Mount Blue High School. Final score in this one, Messalonskee Eagles 3 and the Mount Blue Cougars 2.
You've been listening to another high school sports presentation on The Score, supported by these great local sponsors. Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Valley Beverage, Maine Preventative Maintenance, The Harry J. Smith Company, SBS Carbon Copy, JDH3 Design, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste. Stay tuned for a lot more live video and audio of high school baseball, softball, and girls and boys high school lacrosse. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. You found the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160, The Score.